Imagination is more important than knowledge. Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. The only source of knowledge is experience. Strive not to be a success, but rather to be of value. In the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. A person who never made a mistake never tried anything new. Logic will get you from A to B. Imagination will take you everywhere. You have to learn the rules of the game, and then you have to play better than anyone else. The true sign of intelligence is not knowledge but imagination. The important thing is not to stop questioning. Curiosity has its own reason for existing. Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. The measure of intelligence is the ability to change. The difference between stupidity and genius is that genius has its limits. I have no special talents. I am only passionately curious. Education is what remains after one has forgotten what one has learned in school. Peace cannot be kept by force. It can only be achieved by understanding. If you can't explain it simply, you don't understand it well enough. I never think of the future. It comes soon enough. We cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them. Information is not knowledge. Any fool can know. The point is to understand. The world is a dangerous place to live, not because of the people who are evil, but because of the people who don't do anything about it. Two things are infinite: the universe and human stupidity, and I'm not sure about the universe. The only way to escape the corruptible effect of praise is to go on working. Weakness of attitude becomes weakness of character. The true value of a human being is determined by the measure and the sense in which they have obtained liberation from the self. Nationalism is an infantile disease. It is the measles of mankind. Most people say that it is the intellect, which makes a great scientist. They are wrong. It is character. The most beautiful thing we can experience is the mysterious. It is the source of all true art and science. The world is not dangerous because of those who do harm, but because of those who look at it without doing anything. A ship is always safe at the shore, but that is not what it is built for. Education is the progressive realization of our ignorance. Gravitation is not responsible for people falling in love. Only a life lived for others is a life worthwhile. The value of a man should be seen in what he gives, and not in what he is able to receive. If the facts don't fit the theory, change the facts. The only thing that interferes with my learning is my education. It's not that I'm so smart. It's just that I stay with problems longer. Learn from yesterday, live for today, hope for tomorrow. The important thing is not to stop questioning. You never fail until you stop trying. The best way to predict the future is to invent it. The hardest thing in the world to understand is the income tax. A table, a chair, a bowl of fruit, and a violin. What else does a man need to be happy? I speak to everyone in the same way, whether they are the garbage man or the president of the university. It is strange to be known so universally and yet to be so lonely. I am by heritage a Jew, by citizenship a Swiss, and by makeup a human being, and only a human being. without any special attachment to any state or national entity whatsoever. The release of atom power has changed everything, except our way of thinking. The solution to this problem lies in the heart of mankind. If only I had known, I should have become a watchmaker. I have no particular talent. I am merely inquisitive. A man should look for what is, and not for what he thinks should be. Heroism on command, senseless violence, and all the loathsome nonsense that goes by the name of patriotism. How passionately I hate them. It is not enough to win a war. It is more important to organize the peace. Pure mathematics is, in its way, the poetry of logical ideas. Everything that can be counted does not necessarily count. Everything that counts cannot necessarily be counted. Few are those who see with their own eyes and feel with their own hearts. The value of achievement lies in the achieving. To raise new questions, new possibilities, to regard old problems from a new angle requires creative imagination and marks real advance in science. Our task must be to free ourselves by widening our circle of compassion to embrace all living creatures and the whole of nature and its beauty. The world will not be destroyed by those who do evil, but by those who watch them without doing anything. The pursuit of truth and beauty is a sphere of activity in which we are permitted to remain children all our lives. Not everything that can be counted counts, and not everything that counts can be counted. A human being is a part of the whole called by us universe, a part limited in time and space. He experiences himself, his thoughts and feeling as something separated from the rest, a kind of optical delusion of his consciousness. When you are courting a nice girl, an hour seems like a second. When you sit on a red-hot cinder, a second seems like an hour. That's relativity. Education is what remains after one has forgotten what one has learned in school. Few people are capable of expressing with equanimity opinions that differ from the prejudices of their social environment. Most people are even incapable of forming such opinions. Only two things are infinite, the universe and human stupidity, and I'm not sure about the former. The world as we have created it is a process of our thinking. It cannot be changed without changing our thinking. The devil has put a penalty on all things we enjoy in life. Either we suffer in health, or we suffer in soul, or we get fat.